Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hunt, and welcome back to the Baseball Head. Hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. So I want to welcome all the new people coming in here over the last 24 hours. So many people come in here. A lot of new people read to me. I thank you. I do read all the comments. I do a channel that's very, whatever I feel like doing, I do it. I would mention that I'm not a reporter, so you know. So if I do a video on something, don't expect that it's up to minute, up to date. A couple of things. Not everybody's on X. Not everybody is following every little intricacy that's going on with the New York Mets. So I kind of treat this like maybe some people haven't heard about certain things that have happened with the ball club that they've not heard. They may not watch the news. They may not read the papers or look online, whatever. So maybe this channel is the only way they can get any kind of information. And I try my best to keep you up to date. Now, the Mets, a couple things. The Mets announced just a little while ago that they re-signed Shohei Ohtani to a 3-year deal. That's all done. I guess the physical came out good. Also, a big move happened in Major League Baseball, and Teoscar Hernandez re-signed with the Dodgers. And again, the Dodgers deferring money, kicking the can down the road. So this current ownership group can make billions of dollars, and then they'll basically pay the piper later on. The next ownership group, the next group that's going to own the Dodgers will have to pay all that deferred money, which won't really start to kick in until another 5 to 10 years. So Dodgers have some scam going on out there in California, but Major League Baseball better wake up, because it's not going to get better. They keep doing that shit. That's not right. It's not right. It is basically cheating the system. But anyway, Pete Alonso. I had mentioned in the last video that I had heard about this 3-year, $90 million contract offer the Mets had given him. Now, I did not hear where this came from. This was something that was floating around the internet. I had mentioned that I did not believe it at the time. I still don't know what to believe of this. And the former baseball player, Carlos Baerga, El Cabeza, they put it out on his Instagram account that the Mets had offered him a 3-year deal with $90 million. A couple of things to understand about Baerga. He is a former client of Scott Boras, who was his agent. And, of course, that is also the same agent as Pete Alonso. Also, there was this article, and I mentioned it with John Heyman this afternoon when I updated you about what's going on with Pete. John Heyman's very close with Scott Boras. I mean, that's pretty well known. So they're trying to get it out to make it seem like there's separate. There's a big gap between sides. Now the Mets supposedly offered Pete $30 million for 1 year over the next 3 years, so $90 million contract, which is the most any first baseman has got. I was very surprised to hear that when I heard it as a rumor. I'm still rather dubious to wonder if that's true. And he turned it down, apparently. Now, what the word is also over the last few weeks that he's looking for $200 million. He's not going to get it. Pete is not going to get it. And I said this over the last several months, that Pete Alonso cannot go down the Michael Conforto trail. When Michael Conforto went, it was a disaster. In 2021, before the season started, the Mets offered Michael $100 million for 5 years. Okay, right now, going into next season, he would be in the 4th year of that contract. And look at all the stuff that he missed out on by not accepting that contract. Mets went to the postseason 2022. They went to the NLCS this past season. Look at all the stuff that he missed out on because he listened to his agent instead of staying where he was at. And in fact, this past year, he signed a 1-year deal with the Dodgers for $17 million. So it was less than what he would have had if he signed that deal with the Mets. Pete cannot go down this road. Now, Pete made a decision without Boras before he hired him that the Mets offered him, I guess, a 6-year deal, 7-year deal, worth about $150 million. He turned it down. That is obviously turned into a major mistake because the money for right-handed hitters in this market is not very strong. Christian Walker, very comparable in terms of numbers, and actually missed 6 weeks last year I guess due to an oblique injury, only got 3 years and only got about $60 million. Hernandez, who signed today, only got $66 million. Okay. So the market is not very strong for right-handed hitters in this market, and especially not first baseman. Now, where is Pete going to go? I was hearing rumblings of the Cubs. I don't believe that. Do the Cubs know what the hell they're doing out there in Chicago? And does he really want to go to Chicago? It is such a rinky-dink, especially with the Cubs side. It's such a college town. The way they treat the Cubs is like pathetic. They're not going to care about Pete like we all love Pete here. And does he really want to go to the Mariners? He'll not even come close to 30 home runs with the Mariners. He will struggle in Seattle because that ballpark is big. Nothing carries there. It's a terrible ballpark for any kind of right-handed hitting power hitter. And it would be one of the worst places for Pete to go. So there's no place for him to go, okay? And the longer this goes on, the money's going to drop. Now, maybe that changes. Maybe he'll figure out that he needs to come back home to the Mets and finish his career, or at least continue the next 3 years. I'll have a video on the Baseball Hut tomorrow, again, about Pete. In terms of WFAN, again, attacking Mets and being insane. I'll have that in the morning. I'll put a little video out in the morning for you. But Pete can't make a mistake here because he will lose millions of dollars like Michael Conforto did. He's already lost a lot of money here. This will happen. If you're not smart about what kind of contract you want to sign, you have to be realistic in the market. He had a chance to sign a big contract last year and he blew it. Now he's getting fewer years from the Mets because obviously from the standpoint from last year to now, his numbers have dropped. Okay. Now the Mets need a guy in the middle of the lineup to be an anchor. Pete plays every day. He doesn't miss any games. He plays 162 games. He's strong at first base. Strong in the middle of the lineup. He's the perfect fit, the perfect player for this team. And the Mets going to need big protection for Juan Soto. And he's perfect for this lineup. He cannot be not coming back here. He has to be here. Now, I'll try to get you as much information as I can. But like I said, not everybody's on X. Not everybody's on these different social media sites and whatever. So I try to treat everything here, like I said, to start this video, as a way of just sort of letting people know and just keeping you updated along the way. Now, the Mets still have moves to make. There's all kinds of rumors about Alex Bregman. Earlier today in the morning, Gleyber Torres signed a 1-year deal with the Tigers. The word is they're going to put him at second. I don't know what's going on with Detroit. I don't know what they're going to do with third base, but obviously second is filled up. He's going to play second, by the way, because the Nationals offered Torres the chance to play third, and he turned them down. So he's going to be playing second. So it'll be interesting to see what effect that move will have, what kind of move it will make for Bregman. And again, also the word is, the rumor is bouncing around that the Mets are still going to sign those two players, Bregman and Alonso. I think they're more going to sign with Pete than they will with Bregman, but we'll see, and I'll let you know what's going on, like I always say. But the thing is, again, I do the best I can here, and I am the original Met YouTuber. I'm the most knowledgeable Met YouTuber, and I'm not just saying it just because it's true. I knew more about the Mets when I was 15 years old than some of these Met YouTubers now, okay? And I'm not joking around about that. It's all true. A couple other things. I think there's anything else? I think it's pretty much, a couple of things. Mets are looking at AJ Minter. He's a lefty reliever. They've been talking to him, I think. That's the rumor. Mets use a big lefty. They need a lefty in the bullpen badly. That's not going to cost them a lot of money. I've heard Carlos Estevez a little bit, that the Mets might be interested in putting him in the setup role. But it doesn't seem like Dave Stearns likes to spend a lot of money in the middle of that bullpen. I think he's like one of these types that likes to develop a bullpen from his farm system, which is probably the smart way to do it, rather than spending tons of money. Because a lot of times you spend a lot of money on a bullpen, it never works out. So you're better off just developing starters, and if they don't work out, you throw them in the bullpen, which is what the Mets kind of have in their minor league system, and Jose Butto is that as well. So you let me know what you think about this video. Again, I have a video in the morning about WFAN attacking the Mets for possibly not signing Pete after they attacked the Mets for keeping Pete. What the hell's wrong with those people? And that'll be fun. And I'll be out most of the day, but that video will go up around 9, 10 o'clock. Depends on how I feel about it once I do it. And it'll be a lot of fun. And it's very different than any other channel. You won't get that anywhere else. So that's what's unique about this. And of course, you let me know what you think about this video as I mumble through the end. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.